Hey, Foy Bay, what's good? Hey, Vovo. I greet you all appropriately. Hey, Abby. Abby, I don't even know if y'all have been talking in the group chat this morning because I was asleep and y'all started going back and forward in the group chat. In the Justice League group chat, I just muted it. I said, child, because my phone kept going off and I was really trying to get a good piece of sleep. I said, baby, they finna be muted for a little while because I don't have this kind of energy this morning for them to be interrupting my good slumber. Hey, Button Jessica. Oh, you got your day off today? I wish I was off today. I got to go in a little later. But I had a quick moment. What is this? Every time I come here, a little gnat or something. It must be something over in this area that got a little gnat or something. And he won't die. Hey, Mimi. Hey, Button Jessica. Hey, everyone. I'm actually uploading as we speak my review. It was I'm uploading my review for the Real Housewives of Potomac. No, not Lovecraft Country yet. Y'all know y'all won't get that till about tomorrow or so. Y'all gotta let me get through my second and third viewings to get everything out that y'all want me to get out. Hey, Tanya, you know, I feel like if you saw a Lovecraft Country review for me out Sunday night or early this morning, you probably should be like, now wait a minute. El Teddy is not finna give me what I need. Cause y'all know I try to give you all what you need. I try to, make sure that I give you all of the background and all the information and everything. I watched yesterday's episode. Let me get the Lovecraft Country stuff out now. Hey, Amber. So, y'all know I'm not gonna talk a whole lot about it because my review isn't out yet. I gotta save it for the review. But can I just say this is probably my least favorite episode thus far. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad episode. Still a great episode. But when I'm ranking, and I'm probably gonna have actually I'm thinking about, I haven't even written my notes yet because I write my notes for my second view, but looking at the amount of notes that I'm going to have to take and the amount of things that I'm going to have to discuss, parcel out, talk about, background, this, that, and the third, I'm going to have a lot to say about it. It will be viewed as me really loving this episode, and I did like the episode. I'm not saying I did not like the episode, but it wasn't in my top. Definitely wasn't in my top 5 for this. It definitely wasn't in my top 5 for this season. It wasn't. It just wasn't. Yeah, I do have some background. I almost slipped and told y'all some background information that I'm saving for my review. But yeah, I loved it. Now, don't get it twisted. Loved the episode, but it's not in my top. It's not in the top half in terms of the episodes that I really enjoyed the most. Not that I didn't enjoy it, but if I'm ranking, just being honest, y'all looking at me now like, now watch this. You'll see the review and you'll be like, oh, what a great review. You must have really liked it. And I did like it, but it wasn't my favorite episode. I will say that. Was it the scariest? In terms of being scared or the fear factor, it probably does make it. in the top 3. Not that I was scared, but in terms of the scare, the shock, the fear, the horror, it does. Now that I will admit, it does crack the top 3 for that. Yes. So, but yeah, y'all know we will go down the road of discussing. It's so much to talk about. So many things. Homework for Lovecraft Country. Homework for Lovecraft Country. And I want you all to really, really, really don't tell me how you feel in this chat right now. I want y'all to put it in the comment section on the actual review. I want y'all to go back if you can watch. You don't have to watch the whole episode, but I really want you to go back and watch the exchange between Ruby and Christina when Christina came back in the house. That whole conversation after the sex, not before the sex, but after the sex. Okay? Not the conversation before the sex. I want you to watch that conversation, that exchange between Ruby and Christina after the sex. And I want to get a real Black woman's perspective when you all get in the comment section about how you looked at that scene, what you thought about that scene, what feelings it conjured up. What? Don't tell me now. Don't put it in the chat now. Keep it and wait until my review comes out. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday morning, depends on how I feel. And then we can have that dialogue in the chat. I'm not in the chat, in the comment section. We'll get there. Mimi, you know me. I always find little gems, little things here and there that people don't recognize at first, or don't realize, and don't go, oh, don't worry. Mimi, the review is coming. I'll be honest. A lot of times, what y'all don't know is I'll have 85 pages of notes, and a lot of times I will already know in my brain what I wrote in my notes, and so I will try to just do the review. And sometimes you'll see me look down. A lot of times I don't, because I already know where I'm going and what I said. But sometimes when I don't look down, I will have something written down for me to say, and I'll have forgotten it, and I'll have gone on to another part, and it might be too late for me to go back and mention that part. So that's for you, Mimi, just in case I neglect to mention it. It should be in the review, but if I neglect to mention it, definitely put it in the comment section of the review. But I know it's going to be a part of my notes. Yeah. So hold on. Hold on, y'all. So I'm getting text messages from people telling me what they want to do to my body. Dear God. Anyway, The Real Housewives of Potomac came on last night. Y'all, my review is uploading as we speak. Let's see how many minutes it says. Even though YouTube oftentimes be lying, It claims it's 73% uploaded and that there are 3 minutes left. So yeah. So let's first of all, everything about and thank you so much for this cash app. I did. Somebody sent me a cash app and it said for the text messages you got. You want to know what they said? I'm not going to show you because then it's going to show the number. But I was on the phone with somebody last night, right? So we were talking, doing what we do, talking the talk. So the young man sends me a text message saying, "You know I'm much taller than you and got way more muscles than you. And after talking to you last night, I just want to take you and fuck the shit out of you while I'm holding you in the air. I also want a threesome with you as well. Is that bad?" It's not good. Do y'all see what I... These are things that happened to me. But when I'm always when I'm like, listen, if y'all just do some of the, I get texts sometimes from people in the bushes. I got, people in the bushes that hit me up who shall remain in the bushes. Anyway, so thank you so much for your cash app. Here's your virtual blowjob. That text message just made me laugh. Anyway, y'all. So last night happened, right? And I knew that button, Jessica. I just didn't want to I don't always put people's information out there because sometimes you don't want people actually sometimes people's cash app says people's actual name. And so I don't like to put people's actual names out there. You know how the people like to dox around here. Dear Lord. Anyway, but thank you, but Jessica. So, okay. So, and I talk about this a lot. I'm going to give you, we're going to talk unscripted and stuff about this, but it's not going to negate a lot of the additional and added commentary that you will find in the review. Let me say that. There will be, extra things that, oh no, you're fine, Jessica. There'll be extra things that you'll see me talk about and discuss in the review that I may or may not discuss in this, that I probably won't discuss in this live. Hey, Really B, what's good, big sis? So let me just say this. I really would like to know if Really B is still Team Monique like she has been after watching that debacle last night. Anyway, so let's talk about this mess. First of all, let me put one person to bed. Gizelle, you and your antics last night, Gizelle, was a bit much. Girl, Gizelle, girl. Gizelle, if you don't sit your ass down some goddamn well, baby, with Gizelle, watch this goddamn. I haven't watched a review yet because I just uploaded my review just now. You know how I am, really. I don't watch anybody review before I do mine. So I'm gonna definitely watch when I get off here. But I was looking at Gizelle like, Gizelle, if you don't get your fucking life in order, if you don't sit your ass, girl, when she walked up in there with this ugly man, talk about this bodyguard, Gizelle, you a whole ass Amazon over here. You need a bodyguard for who? Girl, Gizelle gives me that she plays the Hampton and they had a line of 88 and her line number was 88 or 87 on the line or something like that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Reese's Pieces, for your super sticker. There's your virtual blowjob. But Gizelle girl, Gizelle, try it again, honey. Try it again. I was just like, Gizelle, that's a bit much, girl. Girl, you really trying it. Now, okay, but well, really, be I'm gonna watch your review. That's I watch your reviews all the time. We'll talk about it anyway. So you bringing in this big ugly man, talking about he's your body. What is this goddamn gnat that just keep? I don't know. It seems like every time he just sits somewhere and waits. And every time I go live, he says, "Oh, I'm gonna fly around your face. I'm gonna fly around your face." Stupid ass gnat. Anyway, I was like, really? If you knew the girl was coming to have this whole meeting about the fight, there was a negative percentage-wise chance of her having another fight. Oh, it said it uploaded. Well, thank you. There was 0%. Actually, there was a negative percent. It was less than 0% of Monique having another fight. If y'all coming there to talk about and discuss the fight. So you bringing in and ushering in this whole bodyguard. I was like, Gizelle, girl, Gizelle. Then, hey, loving my piece. Hey, Patty Duke. All right, Patty Duke. I love when I see your face, and not your face, but your name inside the chat. Listen, Patty Duke is one of my loyal subscribers who's gonna always have her name counted for attendance. Here, when the names are called, if you go back through the chat, you'll be oh yeah, Patty Duke was there. Patty Duke go way back. She old school. She old school. Remember the House of Debauchery. She has a seat on one of the front rows in the House of Debauchery, honey. She got good seats, honey. She been here a long time. She look at some of the newcomers like, girl, girl, you'll learn, honey. If you want to know how to navigate around these good parts over here in the House of Debauchery, you go talk to Patty Duke and some of my old school people, Reese's Species and stuff. Okay. Anyway, so hey, loving my piece. Hey to you too. Shondo to you too as well, my love. So then when she ceremoniously left, talk about, oh, I'm just not here for this. Girl. And then got in her confession to talk about me and Jamal, him being a pastor and all. We can't have ourselves on television, with the likes of her. But your pastor husband can have a whole wing in the CDC just for him, for his myriad of probably diseases he gets from, gallivanting and frolicking all over the streets of the greater Atlanta area. Really, Gizelle? Really? Girl. She carried herself like a true AKA. Now, that's where she really displayed, oh, I'm an AKA. I'm an AKA. All right, Patty Duke, my love. I know you will. I mean, and that's no flack to all my wonderful AKAs out there. I love you all, love y'all to death. But she flexed all her alpha muscles on television last night, trying to act all pious and holier than thou. I looked at her like, just nobody buys you, Gizelle. We ain't buying it. We ain't buying it, Gizelle. We are not buying it. Anyway, so I just wanted to knock Gizelle out. This wasn't about, I could spend a whole 30-minute monologue on Gizelle, but it wasn't about Gizelle. And before we get to the fucktard at hand, let me get to fucktard number 2 of the night. Not the number 1 fucktard, but fucktard number 2. Karen, you too old for this kind of fuck shit, Karen. You way too old for the bullshit you was trying last night, Karen. Karen, girl, Karen. Karen, we bought no parts of what you were selling last night. Nobody, let's be clear. I don't want anyone here to believe by any stretch of the imagination that phone call that she lobbed over there to Candace was by any stretch of the imagination her wanting Candace to come and have this conversation. That was her trying to save face while the cameras were there. Let's be clear. She called Candace as the ladies were on their way there. Now, if you truly wanted Candace to be there, a heads up maybe, you don't know what that woman had to do. Clearly, she's not just sitting at home just waiting. Well, let me wait around for Karen to call me. Let me just put all my day aside and wait for Karen to call me, Karen Hubert to call me, because, I just, base my whole day's calendar waiting for her to call and see what she gonna give me to do for the day. Karen, if you truly were a neutral party in this, Karen, if you truly, Karen, was trying to be neutral and trying to make it equitable and all of that, when Monique brought the idea to you, what you would have said was, you know what, Monique? Great. That's a great idea. But if we're going to have it at my house, I am both you and Candace's friends. So what I'll do is I'll have you all where Candace can come at one time. She will leave. We'll give her about 20 or 30 minutes or so to make sure she's left and is far away from the house. And then we talk Lovecraft Country. But as you can see, to Dawson 68 Dawson, there are several hashtags on this video, and we talked to Lovecraft Country. I'm going to have a whole review for Lovecraft Country where we will definitely break down everything that you need to have broken down. But we did already talk Lovecraft Country. I'm sorry that you missed that part. You can press the little red dot and little red ball, as they call it, or the red dot, and go back and see our comments. And I'll give some homework on Lovecraft Country too, as well, if you'd like to participate in that. So I would have said to her, yeah, we'll have you come first, and then you can talk to the ladies. Oh, Tad. Okay, Tad, but you're welcome to sit, to keep, stay here with us, Tad, because we're going to talk several topics today. And you might like our commentary. You might like what we have to say about the other topics. You can add your own commentary. Thank you so much for coming. Can y'all show Tad some love? I believe this might be his first time here. Y'all show him some love. Give him some shot, him or her. I don't know if it's a him or her. Some shondos in the chat just to make them feel comfortable and welcome, because we greet everybody with the shondo. Anyway, so Did I get it? And I got it. And now there's squish bug on my hand. Great. Where's my hand sanitizer? I got the net, y'all. I got him. Got him. I got him. Watch you have a little friend. I hope not. I hope that was the only one. Anyway, hey, New Jones. Just the Iowa farm boy. Okay. And Tad just got me off topic. Let me say this. And we'll talk. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit in my review. Give y'all a little snippet of what my review is going to talk about. One of the things I want to talk about is if you do a Google search for Lovecraft Country, most of the people reviewing Lovecraft Countries are people who don't normally review Black shows. It's a lot of people descended from the Caucasus Mountains reviewing Lovecraft Country. Hey, Lovable Denver. A lot of white people reviewing Lovecraft Country who review horror and science fiction and all of the different genres that Lovecraft Country touches. And so I watch a lot of these reviews. And so I'm curious because Lovecraft Country does get the eyeballs and the views of people that are not authentically Black. I want to know how they feel about episodes or I want to see their commentary because I haven't watched anyone's review of it yet. But I want to see the commentary from a lot of those people after an episode like this one or an episode like episode 1, which was so much riddled in, racism and Jim Crow laws and segregation and the civil rights era and so forth here in America. And it speaks so much to the life of Black people, the experience of Black people and what Black people had to go through. So I really want to see their commentary, how they do their commentary. Will they just stick to the parts of the horror or depicting or discussing it scientifically in that way? Or will they touch on other aspects of it, like what it meant to be raised? There was a huge part of this episode where there was someone that was white that wanted to know the experience of a Black person, but we'll get there when I do my review. But that is something I do that we are going to talk about on my review, definitely. So back to Karen and her level brand of fuckery. So Karen, like I said, what she would have done was she would have told Monique, great idea. Matter of fact, but if we're going to have it at my house, remember, I am Candace's friend as well. I'm going to have both of you all there, not together. I have one person there, have you leave, wait 30 minutes or so, have the other person come and talk, and then we can get it from both sides. So I definitely thought if she wanted to do, and then she would have hung up the phone with Monique and then called Candace and said, Candace, this is what I'm going to do. This is what we're having. We want both of you all involved. That way, Candace would have had, some time in between to say, okay, sure, I'll be there. But when you call Candace, she said, oh, I'm on my way to the therapist. Oh, well, we're having this morning. I wanted to give you an opportunity. No, you didn't, whore. No, you didn't, bitch. You wanted to do it where maybe she didn't necessarily know that she had something already, planned or involved, but it wasn't something that would make it, to me, sound like you wanted me to be there if the event already going on. Girl, I might have to get up. You don't know what state I'm in. I might have to get up, do hair, makeup, and so forth. Candace don't come on the screen looking half done. Child, I don't buy it. As a gay farm boy in a small town with Black nieces and nephews, I spent a lot of time in tears. Interesting. We're definitely, Tag, going to have a conversation about Lovecraft Country after my review. We are going to do a live about it. I do want to have people on the live to talk about it. I may even take call-ins that day to talk about Lovecraft Country because this is a lot. Well, I did talk about how it wasn't my favorite episode, but the emotion in this episode and the things and everything that happened in this, there are so many different angles that you could hit this from the black person episode, from the angle of, you still got the angle of Montrose being gay and talking to his son about that. You still got the angle of Hippolyta being missing. You still got the angle of Tick knows that he's about to be a father. You still got the angle of GR brought her ass over to America from fucking Korea. It's so much going on in this episode. Listen. So we definitely gotta have, hey Faye, yeah, hey boo. It probably it's probably will be Wednesday. I might do it Wednesday night. Because my schedule, let me look at my schedule. I believe my schedule on Wednesday is I'm not doing late classes on Wednesdays. Wednesday, I think it's middle of the day for me. Early. Wednesday, I'm early to middle of the day. So Wednesday, it might be Wednesday night. It might be Wednesday night, maybe like around 9 or so. Just depends. If not, it might be Thursday morning. If not Wednesday night, Thursday morning, Fayette, just to let you know. But we are going to have a whole, and I'm going to get with some people probably tonight and tomorrow morning to see when they're available, if they want to come on and talk about it. All right. So, yes, Karen, you ain't shit. Because I saw right through all of your bullshit. Karen, as an elderly person, as an older person, as a woman of a certain age, Karen, you shouldn't be here for the bullshit like this, Karen. Honey. So I wasn't here for Karen at all. And we saw her for her fuck shit later on in the episode. Now, let's just be clear. They got Monique to admit, she put that tweet out. You ask and you shall receive, meaning I gave you what you was looking for. The whore came up there and tried to lie and say, oh, I blacked out. And in the immediate aftermath, I didn't know what was going on. Oh, you knew. Matter of fact, they rolled back the tape and let us know that you knew, because you spelled out, you thought it's always a kid. Dad said it's always a Karen. You know, I'm not doing this with you. Anyway, y'all so silly. But my point is, they showed how in the car leaving the fight, you went in on the producers telling them, oh, y'all tried to grab me right there. Oh, I grabbed her with the other hand because I knew y'all was trying to grab me with that hand. Oh, y'all tried to do that. Oh, I did this because I knew y'all was going to stop me that way. You knew exactly what you were doing the entirety of the time. Stop it, honey. It wasn't that much blacking out. You knew exactly what you was doing that whole time. And then you came back. See, you couldn't hold it together. You couldn't hold the lie together. So you're not a good liar. You couldn't even hold the lie together. Because then you say, well, yeah, even afterwards, I did know what I was doing when I went after her. And one of his friends, where's these gnats coming from? What one of his friends? You know what? I just saw another gnat, y'all. One of his, I told y'all he was going to have a friend. Anyway, but she told on herself, oh, I knew what I was doing when I ran back out there after her. I knew what I was doing when I did this. Oh, I knew. You knew what you were doing the whole time, sweetheart. It wasn't that much blacking out in the world. You knew exactly what you were doing, and you meant to do it. And she even said right then, I'll do it again. I'm still, adrenaline is still running through my body a whole fucking week later. You still got all this adrenaline all of this smoke. Girl, it's a week. Girl, get over it. Let it go. Girl, you got your fight in that you wanted. You beat the girl down. What else do you want? Maybe you do want to kill the girl. Maybe she does want to end the girl's life. Because why are you still hanging on to this? Let it go. A mess. A whole mess, y'all. The entirety of a mess. And it's going to be people who you going to see all over the YouTube streets doing lives about it, doing reviews about it, talking about, well, she asked for it. Well, Candace asked for it. Let me tell you why that doesn't ring, why I'm not buying that argument. I don't care how much somebody asks you for it. That doesn't mean that you put your hands on somebody. Not unless you're in the middle of having sex and they say, choke me out. And, you know, then I'm okay with you. But if they ain't asking you to choke them out in the middle of sex or something like that, this friend of the friend that I just killed is just bothering me now. I don't even know where these gnats coming from. Anyway, it must be a leak in this window. I'm gonna check. There you go. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out though why. Oh, I'm gonna get you just like I got your friend. I'm gonna get you. Got you. Told you. Just like I got your friend. Yeah, you was a little too happy. Got him. Now I have squash bug all over my hand again. Where's my hand sanitizer? Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me get my hand sanitizer. I have squash gnat all over my hand. Because you thought you was going to get the upper hand. And I got you. Hopefully y'all were just a husband and wife tandem. Or two good friends. Oh, okay. I'm going to try that. Dish detergent and apple cider vinegar. Small can and that will. Oh, okay. I don't know. I think it might be a leak in this window. Maybe it's coming from. I don't know where they're coming from. Anyway, I'm glad you told me that. See, I know about that. See, y'all be looking out. I appreciate y'all for looking out. So what ended up happening is she came and we saw her for her fuckery. And she said, oh, she kept asking for the smoke and she wanted to give me the smoke. And I said this in my review. You'll see this in my review. If Monique was a man, this would be a totally different conversation. If Monique's name was Marcus or Mark or Montel, y'all know how many times you see an argument between a man and a woman? And that woman be like, hit me. I bet you won't hit me. By no stretch of the imagination is anyone ever okay with the man then starting to hit that woman. By no stretch of the imagination. Would anybody have been okay if Monique had a twig and berries? And when Candace said, you gonna drag me there. And if he would have drugged her. Because then y'all would have been like, and you a man. You can't put your hands on nobody. Nobody should put their hands on anyone. Man, woman, boy, girl, cat, dog. You don't put your hands on nobody. I don't care how much you think that they begging you to put their hands on them. That does not give you the right to put your hands on them. It does not hold up legally in the court of law. What are we talking about? So for all of these people who are saying, well, she begged for it, she asked for it. I don't care how much somebody asks for something. Where do we draw the line? What type of person are you that you are a person? Let's just be clear. If you are of the ripe old age of 25 years or older, that's when you grown. Okay, no disrespect to people under the age of 25. But if you're 25 years or older, you grown, because most people by that time have graduated from college, they have started their careers, they have maybe started a family, maybe started having children. You grown. And you still up here like you in 9th, 10th grade, 8th grade, talking about, oh, you want to smoke, you can get to smoke. Oh, we fighting. You need to reassess your whole life and your existence. If you're around here egging people on, talking about, oh, if you come to me and you ask me to drag you, I'm going to drag you. It's time for you to reassess. It's time for you to reassess life. If you are okay with having friends who do that, there's something wrong. I don't hang around people who do that. I don't have friends who are here talking about, oh, if a bitch come to me telling me they want to smoke, no, my friends, we don't. First of all, we don't even put ourselves in situations where we even get into fights. Secondly, when the situation at hand comes, we avoid fights. You know what we do? We say, you know what? Let me just walk away from this because not here for that. Once I see you get to the point where you starting to get animated to the point where you look like you about to be physical, yeah, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go because I'm not fighting. We're not doing all this carrying on. Baby, I have a career. No, I don't have a job. I have a career. And if I fight, I might go to jail. Let's be clear. Jail. And I ain't one of these, and you see it all the time on social media with these little fights and carrying on. I don't care about going to jail. This, that, and the third. I don't know. No. There are those of us who have jobs where if you go your ass to jail, baby shark, do. You got to self-report to your boss and call them maybe from the jailhouse and say, yeah, I'm in jail. I'm not going to be at work. Because if they find out in the aftermath, that's immediate, termination. What are we talking about here? And then in the aftermath, we a whole week out. You still talk about you want to fight with this woman who clearly was not trying to fight you. Get your life in order. Then, and see, when she made the comment, well, maybe I shouldn't be a part of this. My response to her collectively as a group of women would have been, yeah, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe it's time for you to go. Because we're at the point now where she isn't making any attempts to say, I didn't mean that, say I'm sorry, say I'm remorseful, say, you know what, you don't got to worry about me doing it again. She's doubling down. And she's saying, oh yeah, I'm here for it. And I'll do it again. And if I see her in the room right now, I don't know what I do. I might drag her again. She said, I don't know what I would do if I see her again. So now you put the whole group in a situation where they have to pick and choose. Do they want to go and have an event with you? Or do they want to go and have an event with Candace? No, you're a liability. Because now every time we have something, every time they film, every time they go somewhere, now they got to see, oh, do I invite both of them? Do I invite Monique or do I invite Candace? Who do I invite today? Because I don't know if Monique is going to flip off. I don't know if Candace, and on the other side, Candace might be concerned for her own safety. A mess. And bravo, Andy, and the Bravo team over there. You all are negligent for keeping her on the show at that point. Because then it is a liability. Because then it is a fact where now they got to pick and choose who they're going to film with. Now somebody has to be concerned about their safety and so forth. Oh, they do very much so have to pick and choose, Derek. She said, oh, if she was in the room with me, I don't know what I'll do. Meaning there's a good chance you could fight again. Hey, Monk Chip. You could fight again. So if I'm planning an event and I want to invite the ladies, I have to think, yeah, do I invite Candace or Monique? Because I can't invite both of them. Because Monique might try to fight her, or Candace might be concerned about her own safety, which she should at this point. It's idiotic. It doesn't make sense. And if anybody believed any of the tears that Candace cried, no, nobody believes any of the tears that Monique cried. No, all of those tears that Monique had were staged, made up. We ain't here for none of it. All of those, Monique, nobody believes any of those tears. Nobody. That was a horrible acting job, Monique. That was horrible. A horrible acting job. Awful. A horrible acting job. What you now, I'm not going to speak to what it means for Black women. That whole conversation, that's not for me to have because clearly I don't have fallopian tubes or XX chromosomes. So I can't speak to what that means for her as a Black woman and how that ain't my fight or conversation. And I'm not going to even try to do that. But I will say this, as a person and as a human being, you look like the lowest form of human being on that show last night. Monique, you look like the lowest form of human being on that show last night. And anybody who's an apologist for the things that she was saying and for her antics on that show last night, you probably, I don't want to lump you with her, but I am looking like you over there. You might not be lumped with her, but you over there in the corner around her. So some of her fuckery and fuck shit is gonna rub off on you because it's horrible. These are listen. Civilized people don't live like that. Let's be clear. And if we're really being honest, this is misdirected anger and anger. Her problem is really not with Candace. Her problem is with Gizelle and with Charisse. And when Charisse was in the room with her, that woman ain't have no smoke for Charisse because she would have got her ass dog walked and she knew it. And so when Charisse sat her ass down at that good party Ashley had, hey girl, hey boo, and they brought up the situation, any problems? Oh, well, I have somewhere to go. I bet you do, because you don't want no parts of that. Misdirected anger. You would have got your ass dog walked and drugged by Charisse. So you decided you're going to pick on Candace. Now, I'm not saying Candace didn't, egg you on, didn't antagonize you, and some people say provoke, but we just talked about that a couple minutes ago. There's no such thing as words being able to provoke or words being able to make somebody touch somebody. Because like I said, if it were a man and a woman, and you know how many times in domestic disputes a woman get in the man's face and say, oh, hit me, I dare you to hit me. Matter of fact, they had their hand all up in their face. And at the moment that man hits that woman, 98.5% of you people watching are going to say he was wrong. And it's the exact same thing. Hey, Terrence, you said drop the link. Let me finish my commentary. I dropped the link. I don't have no problem dropping the link. But at the time when you leave high school, even leave college, and you become a grown working adult, a productive member of society, these are not conversations. This is not the way you behave and act. Period. This is not how you behave and act. Period. In no court of law, are you rolling up in the courtroom and saying, well, she told me to hit her, so I hit her. Put him in jail now. What? That's not how this works. Hey, Mr. Judy. So now They need listen. When Monique said, "I think it's time for me to get off the show," they should have said, "You're right. You need to go ahead on and go." All right. Thank you for coming. Please drive safe. Listen, I was Robin the whole time. Robin was me. Robin was channeling her inner L Teddy 27 the entire time. You hear me? I was Robin the whole time. Robin was like not here for it. And see, Robin called out I did Mr. Judy. I'll get there in a second. Robin immediately called out Karen because Karen was on her fuck shit and fuckery. Because Karen was letting when they let Monique talk, and I'll admit, Gizelle cut her off that one time. It's a bunch of these fuckers then. Because I got another one. I don't know where they're coming from. I gotta find out. Anyway, Gizelle cut off Monique real briefly, and that was the one time. And after that, it wasn't no more. They let Monique speak, and that was it. But then when other people started to speak, when Robin started to speak, there was all of this interruptions, and you needing to get your word in and your comments in, Monique. When Gizelle started talking, you almost wouldn't let her get it. You just kept interrupting her. And when Monique got her stinking ass the fuck up, talking about, oh, this is my house, and we all gonna lower our voice in my house. Where was that smoke? And where was that energy when you let your little friend over here interrupt everybody else? Let's be clear. And Robin was right as all get out. She said, Karen, you were supposed to have that energy for Monique. We didn't interrupt Monique except for that one time when Gizelle interrupted Monique, and then they stopped it after that. There were no interruptions for Monique. So there was no need for that smoke. But when Monique came here, we all trying to get our words in edgewise, and she won't let nobody get it. They word it edgewise. And now you want to get up and yell at everybody. No, the person, you don't need to be get mad at everybody. You need to be yelling at your friend like that. But I told y'all from the beginning, Karen was not here to hear both sides. Karen was here for Monique. Let's be clear. She tried to play it off as, I am both of your friends, and I hate seeing this for both of you. No, you don't. You're a liar. You're a liar. That's why you ain't called Candace until everybody was already arriving there. You knew, and the girl already had something to do. Girl, try again, Karen. Try again, boo. Nobody believes you. So I was with Robin when Robin was like, you need to get her because you are, because she was right. You're being very condescending. Every time somebody says something, you got a slick comment and you want to cut them off, this, that, and the third. Girl, save it. Because we let you talk. We let you get all of that bullshit out. Now you finna let us talk. Okay? You, matter of fact, the fact that now we knew you don't have no remorse, you ain't taking nothing back, and as a matter of fact, you doubled down and told us that you would do it again. Girl, why are we even talking now? There's no point in us to talk. Once I know that you're gonna do it again, all right, girl, you can go ahead and get on off. You're right, baby. You should not be a part of us. Thank you for coming, honey. You can go ahead and drive safe. Or no, everybody should do like Gizelle. You know what? Not well, Gizelle was riddled and mired in fuckery the whole time. Y'all know she was playing up for the cameras, but that's a whole nother story. But I think like when Robin and Wendy was sitting there and was like, because Robin was like, you ain't buying it. Wendy was like, I ain't buying. Why would they? We found out you had your friend plant the story. That came out. We found out that you went on your Twitter and said, girl, I was here for it. I'll do it again. We found out all of it. We found out that you are one of the most horrible people on the face of the planet. You are the lessers of us. And you're adding to the gene pool. That's disgusting. You're a disgusting person. You're a disgusting person, Monique. I just want you to know that. Now I'm gonna give you a quick couple minutes there with your level bred of foolery. What can I help you? What? Because you finna come up here and listen. I'm gonna call you like Hillary Clinton said. You up here with the box of deplorables, like Hillary Clinton told us 4 years ago. I want to see you try and justify Monique and her level brand of fuckery. Please do tell. The stage is yours,
y'all. Sir. Let me tell y'all something. I love Teddy to death. Teddy is my brother. Anybody that fuck with him, I will run them over with my car on 4 flexes just so they can feel the rim. I love Teddy. But sometimes she make my nuts itch. And one of these days, I'm going to bring her ass over here to scratch him for me. Because one thing about Teddy that y'all got to realize, when he don't see it for a bitch, any and everything that she does, they are nailed to the motherfucking cross. Whether they're right, wrong, or indifferent. This is the thing. Nobody is saying Monique was not wrong. Nobody. Or at least not me. Monique wasn't right for what she did. It was fucked up what Monique did. And, ordinarily, shit like that would not happen. But we cannot sit here. There have been plenty of times I've taken a situation from here to all the way up here and got it to a point where it did not need to go to almost to the point I'm grabbing knives, I'm grabbing TVs off the wall, finna hurl them at your ass over something as little or small as you not speaking to me. We have all had one of those times where we've allowed people to bring us up out of our character. You understand? Was Monique wrong? Absolutely. Did Candace deserve what she had? I mean, it all depends on who you ask. For me, I'm not going to say that she deserved it because at the end of the day, if anybody deserves to have gotten pummeled to a bloody pulp, it should have been Tacky Jezebel. That's the bitch that should have got dove on. Now, has she done that? I wouldn't have shit to say to Monique. And the gag is, had Monique done that to Gizelle, none of you bitches would have nothing to say about that. I don't know when y'all hoes started caping for Candace because last year nobody saw it for her. Now all of a sudden, everybody
help you understand something.
You are deflecting. I'm not deflecting. I'm not deflecting.
You're getting off the issue.
I'm not deflecting.
The issue at hand is Monique at her level bred of fuckery last night. We're a whole goddamn week afterwards. And she's still talking about, I'm a drag Candace.
Okay, but El Teddy, she has the right to be mad and feel the way she feels.
And she has the right to no longer be a part of the group.
She never said if she gonna see if she saw her, she'll put her hands on her. She said there's no reason for me to do that. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm remorseful for something that I'm not remorseful for. Remorse and feeling embarrassed and this and that are two.
She's only embarrassed because it was on TV.
I could be embarrassed for some shit, but bitch, I don't feel bad about it. Bitch, fuck you. You say it all the time. You say it all the time. Real hoes do real things. Monique is a real bitch. Monique said, listen, it should not have happened. I shouldn't have done it, but fuck her. And so I'm not mad at Monique for that. I'm not mad at Monique for that.
And that's why immediately, when you got to the point where you said she asked for it and I gave it to her and I'll do it again, great girl, find you another platform. Go live on your Instagram.
We don't say that to nobody on Love and Hip Hop. We don't say that to nobody on Black Ink Crew.
This ain't Black Ink Crew.
Nobody on Jersey Shore. We ain't said that to nobody on Mob Wild.
We're talking about.
We ain't said that to nobody on Atlanta. We ain't said that to nobody. And we ain't saying nothing about that to the We ain't said that to nobody in Atlanta. We ain't said that to nobody in Beverly Hills. We ain't said, but everybody wants to do another thing.
Is here. And when people in that trial for the March 100 say, well, they do that in Norfolk State, we say, but that's not us. We are above that.
Yeah, but Teddy, at the end of the day, you can't sit here and say that nobody, out of your whole 40 years of living, you can't sit here and say nobody has ever brought you up out of your character.
You must have missed my commentary earlier. You must have missed my commentary.
Okay, then. So if that's the case, why is Monique such a horrible, despicable person? She's the lowest in love.
Hold on. You missed my commentary earlier. What I said is this: when you get to be of a certain age and you get to mature and grow, I don't want you still to be acting like you in 9th and 10th grade. This ain't a situation. I have a career. I can't be going to jail because every time I feel like somebody says something the wrong way, now I'm ready to nuck if you buck. Like we in 9th and 10th grade and all I'm going to get is a referral.
Everybody has that time, Eddie. Even because this is the thing that people get misconstrued. Because you wouldn't do it and you wouldn't handle it that way.
People in a early, maybe to mid 20s, you see them all out in the streets fighting and carrying on. Girl, you too old for that. You too old for that. Listen,
I'm done. Because everybody is sitting up here wanting to nail Monique to the cross. Make her feel like she's no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Would be like that with Monique. If Monique said, "You know what? I made a mistake. You know what?" And then not try to lie. First of all, don't try to lie to our face. Don't try to say, "Well, I blacked out. I didn't know what happened."
No, my review is uploaded now. I got Monique together about all of that. I agree with that. I said that in my review.
So my point is this: people may not be being so hard on Monique if Monique had any amount of remorse or anything.
She don't have to have remorse.
Wait a minute. Let me finish. You
she don't have to have remorse if she don't feel it.
And we don't have to forgive her, and we don't have to be nice to her, and we don't have to.
That's what she said, and that's what she told.
And that's what people want. But the problem is there will be residual consequences. That's why you can only sell 20 tickets to your event. That's why your things are failing. That's why it looked like your husband is trying to get from under you so that you don't send him into the poorhouse.
That's not true, and that ain't fair. That's really not fair. Because this is the one time Monique has ever physically put her hands on. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of OG doing Basketball Wives.
This is not Basketball Wives.
That they set up and tried to do. This is the same shit. It ain't right. It ain't cool. And for anybody who feels like Monique should be held to the cross or accountable, that's fine. I ain't got no beef with that. That's your opinion. But as far as I'm concerned, the both of their answers was wrong.
She should not be held.
Both of them was fucked up, and nobody should just pin this all on Monique because it was not all on Monique. Point blank.
Was on Monique.
And that's what I mean by people, just so quick to put all of this on her shoulders, and that's not cool. Both of them was at each other's throat. Both of them. The same way you said Monique could have walked away, Candace could have walked away. The bitch been walking away. What made this any other different? Everybody wants to ask why she's so dangerous. She's the one who can't have butter knives around because she throwing knives at mother. Well, when it came to Ashley, I wasn't mad at that because when she told Ashley to leave the house, she should have left her goddamn house. So with that, I will let Candace slide with that.
The thing about it is this. Nobody is saying
I'm not reading. I just see things from
no, wait, Terry, wait, you're not listening. We're not saying that people don't make mistakes. We're not saying that sometimes people have a mischaracterization of judgment. That's fine. But in the aftermath, what critically thinking people do, what right-minded people do, is they say, that was a lapse in judgment. That was something that I should not have done. That was something, you're right. I had a moment, and sometimes people do drive me there. And you know what? I apologize for that. You know what? I didn't mean that. You know what? If had it to do again, I probably wouldn't do it. She's not doing that. She's doubling down. She said, yep, I beat that bitch ass. And if the bitch come in the room with me again, she might get her ass beat again. So it is a situation now where these women have to decide, do you want Candace at this event or do you want Monique at the event? Because you cannot have both. You can't have both. So
that's
now
that's what Monique said. Monique told all of them, if y'all having something that y'all want her at, don't invite me. Matter of fact, don't invite me to anything right now. I don't want to be around. I want to get myself together.
Who to film with, you don't need to be on the show. You need to get up off the show.
Well, then we need to have the same energy when all of these other shows and fights go on. If everybody want
I
Monique
don't know.
fight,
We're not
all of
talking
them
about
other
all
hoes
other
need to
shows.
be. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the
We're
thing,
not
though.
talking, we're talking
Everybody
about
wants to
this
get on
show.
their self-righteous horse, and you
On
can't do
other
that.
show, but wait a minute. On the other show, they don't have this whole meeting where the whole show gets together and they're deciding on. This is not what happens on these shows that you're talking about. So you
Thank
can't.
you, Mother. She stood in it and she was honest with her feelings. Stop trying to make her feel remorse because she don't feel it. She not wrong for that.
But you don't have to continue.
She not wrong for that.
Listen, you don't
that
have
ain't
to.
right.
But
That
you
ain't right.
You don't have to continue to pay you. You don't have to continue.
Okay, well, that's why you're part of the show when you're not, because you wouldn't have no show.
No. But that's with any job.
And it's not fair. It's not. I don't care how you look at it.
It's
not fair for none of us to sit up and hold her to the cross like that. It ain't cool. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. That shit ain't cool. Because everybody has a point in their life where they blow the fuck up. They blow the fuck up. Now, if it was me, maybe the next day I would have been like, you know what? Yeah, that won't cool.
We're not saying you missing the point, Terry. The point is you have to learn and grow. And what we've seen from Monique is she's not trying to learn and grow.
But maybe not. Maybe
wants to be better. She's not trying to learn and grow. And if that's the case,
you're not giving her that chance to. Y'all already ready to write her off, and that's it's fucked up. It ain't right. It's hypocritical. It is.
No, it's not.
It's very hypocritical. It is. It is. It's very hypocritical. It's easy to say that until it happens to you. It's very. And I
you just set up there and said that we all have had situations where we've had to deal with that, and that is true. And what we do is we think rationally and choose to say, you know what, I'm not going down that road. You know what, that's not the right thing to do because I'm too old for that. Now, maybe in my younger years, maybe yes, but once you get to be of a certain age, you start to say, yeah, that ain't the right thing to do. Yeah, I got to go home to my kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't be going to jail. You start to ponder a whole lot of things. And what it is showing to me is she has been set up in such a way, like a whole lot of people. I'm not saying she's the only one, but there's a whole lot of people whose lives are set up where the people around them put them in situations where they want to apologize for them, or they want to allow certain things for them that should not be allowed for them. So they never have the opportunity to learn and grow. They never have the opportunity to say, I'm going to do the right thing, because people keep making these apologies for them, because people keep saying, oh, she's okay for doing that. Oh, we're not going to hold her accountable. Oh, I'll pay this for her. Oh, I'll keep letting her be on this. Oh, I'll keep giving her a platform. And she never learns that what she did was wrong. Rather, she thinks that what she did is going to get her more of the right things or more of the things that she wants. And then we create a whole group of people who think that these things are right. And you're putting it on television for the viewing public to see.
Fine. We gonna agree to disagree because I don't agree at all, but that's just fine. That's why we can have no big deal. I don't agree. I'm sorry. I don't agree. I do not agree. I see things from a totally another way. And half of the YouTubers feel the same way I do. So it ain't just me. You just a part of the Candace Caper crew, which is fine. I gotta issue that.
I cannot help that I'm a rationally thinking individual.
You can't be if that's what you deduce it, but that's fine. Like I said, the both of them are wrong.
We'll leave it to the chat.
The both of them did not.
One, if you feel that,
of course they're gonna
on my side, put a 27. If you feel like Terrence's side is right, my chat don't always agree with me. They have a mind of their own. They will quickly go against how I feel. They don't mind telling me how they feel. They be like, you're wrong.
That's fine. I see things from a whole total standpoint. All I'm saying is it is not fair for us to put the plight of all black women and black men.
I didn't say nothing about all black women and black men. I did not make that argument.
It ain't right. It ain't fair.
Terrence.
That's where I'm at.
Terrence. Nobody over here said the plight of all black women.
Yes, you did.
Today? Because I came on this live today saying, I came on this live. If you watched today, said I am not going to speak for all black women. I'm not a
No,
black
not today you didn't.
woman.
Not today
I
you
said
didn't.
I will let black women have that conversation. I said that.
No, not today you didn't. Not today you didn't. But all I'm saying is stop evolving her bullshit. That's my whole point.
I said that today.
It's okay to feel like Monique is wrong. I feel like Monique is wrong. But I also feel like the both of them played a part in what happened.
But here's the thing. I also
feel like instead of them being mad at each other,
you can't say she was wrong, but then saying she shouldn't be remorseful. If there's no need for remorse, then she wasn't wrong. You can't have it both ways.
There have been plenty of times where I didn't necessarily like what I did and where I did it at, but I won't mad at it, and I ain't feel bad for it either.
So what you did wrong?
Like the bitch, I don't like the bitch.
Just because you don't feel bad about it doesn't mean that it wasn't wrong.
I'm not gonna put my hands on him. I'm gonna act like he ain't even there. We done been there, done that already. But it's been established that I
like this was. I mean, like Monique was wrong. What you're saying is Monique was not wrong.
No, what I'm saying is Monique was wrong for putting her hands on her.
So she should have remorse. If you do something wrong, you should have remorse when you do something wrong.
But that's not the space where she's at right now. She's not, and she admitted that herself. She's not at a space to where she feels like
I'm talking about you.
But she knows that she was wrong.
You are saying I don't feel like she should have remorse.
What?
You are saying I don't feel like
no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if she doesn't feel it, it is not up to us to force it on her. And I've been there, so I'm not going to force it on her.
You're right. We're not going to force remorse on you, but we're going to remove you from this platform until you grab your thoughts and get yourself together and figure out what you need to figure out because you're liability.
No. Because this is the only time she's ever been in a physical altercation. This ain't no jostling situation where she's fighting every season.
There are situations where
the very first time she put her hands, literally put her hands on anybody. Out of 5 seasons, this is the very first time.
It doesn't matter. The first time you put your hands on me to fight me like that will be the last time. I'm not giving you another chance. It is one and done situations for a lot of things. I don't care if you never did it before, but that first time you do, baby, it's that's it. Nope, we ain't going back down that road.
Like I said in my review, everybody on the high horse because it's Real Housewives of Atlanta.
But any other show,
any other show, it's never none of this. But that's fine. It could be one of them.
Like if I'm in a relationship, with somebody and my significant other put their hands on me violently, I'm not going back. It's not one and done.
Thank you, S. Neil.
Sorry.
Thank you. Because people just don't like Monique. So anything that Monique does, this is what it's going to be, which is fine. But just like I don't like Candace, but I still feel like what Monique did to her was fucked up. But I'm not going to sit here and put it all on her shoulders because that's not fair. Both of them was engaging to each other. The same way that Monique was doing all of this, so was Candace. Candace won't scared then. Don't be scared now.
There's a very big, real difference.
No, it ain't. No, it's not.
Someone.
No, it's not. Because sometimes verbal abuse hits much harder than any fist, punch, kick, or whatever. And she has been poking Monique since last season when she was pregnant.
Verbal abuse is not putting me abuse is not getting me concussed, okay? And putting me in the hospital. Anyway, I'm going on to my next topic because the troglodytes of Potomac.
But before we leave this, I will say this. Monique and Candace, y'all are some special kind of fools. Because y'all allow 2 outside hoes to infiltrate the sanctity of y'all friendship and look at the fuck shit that came out of that. That's how I feel. I feel like y'all mad at each other. Y'all need to be mad at
a real friend.
Gizelle and Robin is the hoes y'all need to be mad at, not each other.
They weren't real friends. If you let somebody slide in that,
I mean, I kind of feel the same way, Teddy. I'm gonna be real. I kind of feel the same way because it's no way in hell that I would allow an outsider come in between me and your friendship. That's what that shit like. That shit had never happened. And if that was happening,
y'all supposed to be friends like that.
Won't strong from the beginning.
If y'all supposed to be friends like that. That's something that y'all should have been able to discuss off camera amongst friends. Just like if nobody can call me and tell me nothing about Ty or really be. You can't. There's nothing you could tell me on this screen right now about a Ty or really be, and I'll be like, when we get off this screen, I'm gonna be like, hey,
exactly.
So and such and such.
Exactly.
And I need to know. But here's the other thing: when you in my face, I'm gonna defend them to the death. I'm gonna be like, nope, I don't believe you. Unless you showing me a video of them doing it or saying it, and then even then, I might be like, it might be a reason for that. Let me go talk to them first before I just go ahead and believe what you saying and take all of that for gospel.
And I know y'all can't compare this show to Love and Hip Hop. That's not what y'all keep missing my point. The point that I was trying to make with that is when it comes to shit like that, people are looking for the fights. People not sitting up here trying to tell them, oh, this bitch need to be fired, that bitch need to be fired.
And I'm
but then when it comes to this show,
I'm with Big Chris. Monique should not have let it be seen that she can be egged onto that realm. Because now any whore in the street gonna try to find a reason to fight you, and now they're gonna sue you and take one of your 4 houses.
I agree. Don't get me wrong. Y'all let's see my review that's uploading right now. I gave Monique the business. I called Monique out for lying her ass off because she lied.
In the same world of fakery and foolery, OnlyFans, you got Andre. Not Andre. Well, you got Andre Marhold, who started his OnlyFans after showing his peen next to that remote control.
You talk about the one that was with Jeffree Star.
He showed his meat in underwear next to a remote control. And then there's another hold on, because I love y'all so very much. Because it's not showing the actual meat. I can show you what he posted, dear God. Because I love
why he just didn't put it out. I hate that shit. I would have much rather him just pull it out and set it next to the remote control.
For those people who missed Silly Saturday, when we talked about it on and we showed these things on Silly Saturday. Hold on.
But yeah, y'all, I ain't mad, but y'all gonna get a key out of my review. I'm letting you know that right now. I went the hell off. Way off. On both of them hoes. It won't just on Candace. Oh, I got Monique ass together too. Don't worry about it. Gizelle and Robin too, and Wendy.
See, there we go. That was what he showed, and then he gave this too.
Yeah, why he just ain't pull it out? Like, why are you teasing us, sir? Just pull it out.
Yeah, he doing all that.
I want him to pull it out. I want to see if he's circumcised, ain't circumcised. I want to see if he got that big ass vein going down it. You know, I want to see if it's all pretty and shiny. I want to know if he all shaved.
Anyway, so he has the OnlyFans that he has created. But Tiger, remember I told y'all Tiger, whose meat picture drop was creating the OnlyFans? Why he trying to make people pay to see that picture that was leaked of him like 2 years ago? Remember when his meat was leaked 2 years ago? The one that we had already seen. Pretty piece of meat, not pretty peen. Now we ain't gonna lie, it's nice. But he trying to make people pay for the old one that's been all over Al Gore's good internet for the last 2 years or so.
How much is it?
I don't know. I'm not paying for it. It's free on the internet. It's been on the internet for 2 years. Remember, B. Scott leaked that, I think 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was about 2 years ago. Or around the time he was with Callie, whenever that was. I think that was around
that leaked then.
Yeah.
So why are you coming back and trying to make people pay for it? Fakery and foolery. People trying to make money on OnlyFans. Watch it. See, this is why
times is hard. I see it. We gonna say I got it for free. I know that's right.
Right. This is why we don't pay for OnlyFans. We just wait for it to come all over. See, Joshua says 4 years old. See,
Joshua would know.
So this is why you don't pay for OnlyFans. You just go on the Twitter and you have, Twitter accounts that leak all of the OnlyFans stuff and you don't pay for it.
Well, who would you want to do an OnlyFans that you would pay for?
Whose OnlyFans would I pay for? I might pay for Fabs.
Yeah, I might pay for his too.
I might pay for Fabs. I want to see that thing large and in color. I might pay for that. I might. I honestly, I might, drop a little coin. Not too much. Now I ain't giving you too much of my money. I might give you a quick dub. That's about it. That's as high as I'm going.
Wait a minute. Joshua said he got an app that lets him see people OnlyFans for free. Well, drop the link. Share.
Okay. Do share. I just go on Twitter and wait for my Twitter accounts that I follow to, post this stuff for free. But if you got apps that could take care of that for us, help the people out. Help the people out. But yes, that is that's our OnlyFans. Everybody got an OnlyFans now.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of female entertainers that have. I mean, I don't really care to see theirs because I don't want to see what they're offering. But yeah, I
heard Trina got one. I hope not.
Child. Now, if Trina's collection of boyfriends had one, then I'd be here for that.
Child.
I want to see what Kenyon Martin. No, Kenyon Martin did leak. I forgot.
Kenyon Martin did leak.
He did leak, and it was not impressive. I remember.
I was so shocked.
I remember that now.
I was disappointed.
It did leak. Mm-hmm.
I was so disappointed. I remember when Draymond Green's he uploaded his on Snapchat.
It was that was real depressing. But I told y'all, the tall guys never have nothing. The tall guys never have nothing.
Yeah, but when I was younger, everybody said if they tall and skinny, they dick hang low.
That's not the tall. It's just the skinny. It ain't the tall. If they real tall, if they over about 6'2", if they 6'3" and up, you might be real disappointed.
Dang.
I'm serious. Now the skinny guys. But once you get to be about 6'3", 6'4", and up, you about to be real disappointed. Finding big ones in them is like unicorns, honey. They're like unicorns.
The short niggas, the ones that got the big.
Michael Jordan is not Michael B. Jordan is not impressive. That was not impressive.
I've seen his. I know.
Yeah, it was not impressive. No God. Rico.
I found myself less attracted to him after that.
Right. It was like, really, that's all. That's all. Now, Joshua, I'm not saying all tall men, but what I'm saying, the majority of them, statistics, they ain't over here swinging for the fences like that. I'm just saying. Nah, Joshua, listen, I've seen more penises than a bathroom urinal. Trust me, I know. Listen, I worked for a basketball team when I was in undergrad, saw more than my share of tall men. And when I first got out of undergrad, I worked for a basketball team as well. Trust me, I know. And I touched all over every part of their body.
You got a point about the guys with the big nose. Because I ran into a couple of guys
that is foolproof. That I have not been wrong on.
Yeah, a couple of guys that I seen with the big noses, baby, they was hanging, honey. I was
you all are going to start to bring me anomalies and exceptions and outliers. I'm not saying that there are not anomalies, exceptions, and outliers. But by and large, when we start to look at the statistics, those young men just don't add up. Consequently, and conversely, them real short ones, shorter than 5'4" and shorter than 5'3", a lot of them be like, wait a fucking minute.
Yeah, midgets. Midgets are like that. Midgets be having the biggest schlongs I've ever seen. I've seen on a couple of pornos. I said, damn. Man, me want to try.
I'm not going to go as far as midgets, but I will say the short guys. I've seen some midgets with stuff, but I'm saying short guys. Them ones that sitting at about 4'10", 4'11", all the way up to about 5'3". Sure.
Not his joint was the length and girth of your forearm, Shauna Rose, child. No, ma'am.
Joshua, he might be an outlier. I'm not saying that they're none.
Child.
Statistics.
I can't have it as big as my forearm, honey. My hole can't be the same circumference as my kitchen and living room.
It won't, because you gotta have snapback. See, some of us have snapback.
That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
That's for boys' night out. In other news, yesterday was NFL season, and there was a whole brawl at the end of the Rams Giants game. So Jalen Ramsey and Golden Tate got in a fight. Here's the backstory. Jalen Ramsey used to date Golden Tate's sister.
Okay.
When Golden Tate's sister got pregnant, Jalen Ramsey left her for a Las Vegas stripper skank.
Oh, but then it was justified.
That he's no longer with.
It was justified.
And so Golden Tate took offense to that. And so now they play opposite sides of the ball. Golden Tate is a receiver. Jalen Ramsey is a cornerback. So they always are, if they play each other, they are going at each other. So there was a hit that Jalen Ramsey laid on Golden Tate at one point during that game. I would imagine, now this is football, when a motherfucker hits somebody, I would imagine to tell you that there's a lot of banter that goes in between those two people.
Mm-hmm.
There's some shit talking that might happen. The bitch might say, "Yeah, I laid you out like I had your sister laid out, bitch." I don't know. I'm not saying that's what he's saying.
Yeah, he probably did. But
I could imagine that might have been said. Shut your bitch ass up in the background.
You see me back here,
bitch. You had an avatar. This ain't Avatar Nation. We don't do that fuck shit around here. We have real people on screen.
Y'all conversation.
So they stand there fighting in the midst of Corona. Did they not hear about
football? They already hitting each other. They already,
What up, Greg?
It's football. Good, but so here's what happened. The brawl happens in the middle of the field. Teams get involved. They fighting, carrying on this, that, and the third. Apparently, when it broke up and they would take it back to locker rooms, Jalen Ramsey said, "Fuck that shit," and went over to the Giants locker room and was waiting outside with a garbage can and said, "Bitch, Golden Tate, I'm gonna whoop your ass and throw you in the garbage can like Percy Harvin threw your ass in the garbage can when you got your ass beat up by him." I was like, "Oh."
So did they get into it again in the back area?
Well, no, not in the locker room area. From all reports that I've seen, they ain't get into it again. Mind you, I highlighted Jalen Ramsey on my fantasy football hotties yesterday after I did all my picks. I do my hotties, and I did, I do my thirst trap pictures of my two hotties. Jalen Ramsey was one of my two hotties yesterday on my NFL weekly picks at the end of my show. And I showed him all flexing with all his muscles and stuff, looking all sexy. But I was like, little did I know that all of that was gonna go on.
So who won?
Look, I know you already spoke about the troglodytes of Potomac, but if I may, just one thing that and I may have even spoken about that, but one thing I thought was so hilarious when old girl was sitting there with her fucking phone talking about she got to take notes.
That bitch can fall in a volcano and die. Because she's a whole
bitch, let me take a note. And then Monique go talk myself. Well, let me take notes too. Girl, if you sit your ass.
No, Gizelle was doing that to be for Gizelle ain't got no reason to talk because her rolled up on Ashley trying to fight her down her restaurant. That's another reson why everybody saying bitches need to get off their damn high horse.
But the way she laid it out when she went back to the very first season when she was like, "Oh, you got an umbrella tug with this one. You threatened this one. You said you was going to drag this one."
Monique, wait a minute. We're not going to go back down this road, but since I had both of y'all on here, can we talk about that horrible fuckery that happened last Wednesday? The Come Up Miami.
The debate?
Oh, girl. Did you see my review? I said...
You see I do a review. You see me attack.
I knew you won't go do one. I knew you won't go do one. And Karan jumped into my comments and say, listen, I promise you, listen, that's only the second episode. Wait for the third.
We gave you more opportunities. We gave you opportunities in the Come Up New York. And you see I bailed the hell on out of that fuck shit.
And we gave you opportunities the 3 weeks we waited for the second
I agree. I said that in my review. I said, Karan, please don't do that again. We already got into it one time. We fell out one time of the New York one. We better now. Don't do that shit no more.
Listen, when I tell you, I don't do a whole lot of backpedaling and pussy popping. Not unless it's on the
I said, is first of all, that child, bam. I'm wondering what sort of self-hatred is in him, because the statements he make about, oh, I don't hang around the gays, and
we don't want you to hang around us, dear one. We also don't want you to try to steal all of our mannerisms and lingo, since you don't hang around us, but you are the gayest of gays that have ever gayed across the gay fruited plains.
I said that. Thank you.
Fucking faggotron, you.
With your purse. He was sitting there with a purse talking about, I don't hang around the gays. Well,
like, girl, if you don't sit,
who influenced you? Because
I missed the purse. I missed the whole purse. Wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a minute. You work at a whole ass gay strip club.
I said that.
But you don't hang around the gays.
I said that.
The very nature of your job have you around the gays. So, and these are the people who, these are the folks who was apparently paying your rent, paying for that Mercedes or whatever the fuck you was driving.
What he rented.
Yeah, I think that was rented because
you're not gonna make me believe, girl, your fashions don't tell me that you can afford that. Okay,
I've only seen him
he worked at a strip club with a bunch of white old daddies, so he can afford that. At least
he does not. He works. From what I understand, he was working at Johnny's.
Well, that's some bullshit.
Johnny's is not that type of a style. It ain't that many strip clubs in South Florida like that.
Oh,
it ain't like we just gotta. If you talk about you a stripper in Miami, you only got a couple options, and most of them they usually close down, pretty fast. A lot of them have already closed down. That woman is not making no money like that.
Well,
okay.
And the fact that every time he wanted to run off,
Foy lives in Miami. Foy could tell you, we don't have all that in Miami. They don't have all that carrying on.
Every time he wanted to run up on that boy, he wound up running right into the arms of the person who was trying to stop him. And it was so funny when Sean was like, there's only one person holding you.
It was, you Mind you backing up. You talk about, I'll fuck you up while you backing up.
And they was walking down the street together, him and the boy was walking down the street together. Yeah. He had all the opportunity to jet back and do an old football zigzag.
But it wasn't even that serious though. All he had to do was say, listen, I don't like to be touched like that. Just don't touch me like that. We good. That's all.
It's so fucking stupid that you want to be on this platform with all these people that you don't hang with and don't fuck with. First of all, why are you on this platform?
Exactly.
But then you go to the club and you're in this social setting and you're on this TV show where you're showing your come up and you know you got castmates, but then you want to play a fucking wallflower? Like, nigga, go somewhere with that shit.
With tattoos all over your fucking face, but you don't want nobody bothering you. You're a wallflower. Oh, don't come out. Bitch, Bitch, you trying to be seen. Bitch, you trying to be extra. Bro, sit your stupid ass the fuck down some goddamn well. The fuck out of
I
here.
think he just didn't like Sean because
gives me
Sean is
this.
a cutie.
He
Sean
gives
is
me
a
the
cutie.
Fort Lauderdale.
The camera probably was
Foy.
following him around all night, and he was
Foy
like,
will tell you that young man gives me a Broward County tea, not a Miami-Dade County tea. You claiming Miami, boo? You don't live in Miami-Dade County. You weren't born and raised in Miami-Dade County. Not
that's
with
what,
that.
that's what Miami given.
And fuckery. No, that boo live at and he probably lived in a destitute, old, dirty, nasty area of Broward, like Lauderhill or some fuck shit like that. Don't try to buy me
like Candace. Because Candace read just like you. See, you'll make somebody go upside your head. Because as you said that to Bam would have rolled right up on your ass. See what I'm saying?
He would have backed. No, he wouldn't have. He would have backed up and act like he was trying to fight me. I did. I don't play all that while he backing up. Girl, fuck you, girl. You all that talk. See, I am from Miami, girl. And while you over there talking about what you ain't gonna do, you be done got 2 to the head, 3 to the body, real bad.
What are you over there drinking?
In the middle of the day.
Right.
What, baby? What? Y'all all trying to come over here and infiltrate.
It was too much testosterone.
Nice.
Abby.
Wonderful. Oh, I'll tell Abby, y'all. Nice, wonderful. Run your mouth. What happened? And then you people came. Terrence came with his Monique apologist fuckery.
Abby.
Monique, I'm just saying, hey, sis.
Hey,
babies. Listen. I still ain't watched that damn episode of the come up.
Wait,
I ain't finished.
It's only 3 seasons.
I'm from North Fort Myers. Yeah, 4 years.
It's only 3 seasons. The damn episode.
Now $5 tattoos, Joshua.
Lord, $5. Shit.
Yeah, he probably got a discount.
Yeah, he probably fucking the tattoo artist.
I'm learning how to do tattoos. Let me try one on your face. Okay. That's the kind of questionable judgment that he has.
I don't know. It didn't go much to the episode. Past the Sean and Bam thing, I ain't give a shit about nothing else. Everything else was just.
I couldn't even get through the Sean and Bam stuff because I felt it was too much.
I was saying that I'm starting to have a little wait. Abby, you say you didn't see it?
I started. I haven't finished it.
I don't blame you.
I tried my best.
I'm starting to like Jamal because he seems focused on what he's trying to accomplish.
Hey, look, baby.
There's so many of them. Which one is Jamal?
The one who had the party.
Yeah, the one who had the party. The party in the next state. It was his birthday.
Not to be confused.
The one in the orange outfit.
I was just about to say that in the orange outfit. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Who says the majority of what he wears is orange?
That must be his favorite color.
I was wondering what the fuck all that jingle was about where he got out the car.
With that long Prince Ali Ababwa robe and shawl he had on. Going to Jamarcus.
That's Prince Ali music.
Y'all
my bad.
Abby, what you eating?
Some Popeyes.
Now, do you get political on this channel?
What we finna talk about? How about my God never fails and he's always on time?
Never mind.
Okay.
Won't he do it? Won't he will?
Won't he do it?
Won't he will?
I do not feel bad. This is not the place where I will snatch you. I am not apologizing for that young man. I don't care that he has. I'm not gonna sit over here and pretend like I am not laughing and enjoying myself at his demise.
Boom.
Your president.
Cheeto Satan.
What the hell? How did we get here? Where are all of you people coming from? Let me ask that. Y'all don't be inviting me up on y'all.
You got to leave. If you ain't want me to come to your room, you shouldn't have unlocked the door.
Right, left it open for anybody to come watch.
Yeah, he already tried to get me together about Real Housewives of Potomac. We ain't even got to get there because I still don't agree with her.
Class, so I caught the very beginning and I caught the very end of that conversation because I was working. So I got part of it. But first, the only thing I want to clear up is I don't be caping for Monique. See, I'm not Monique, okay? I just don't. I don't put all of the blame on Monique. That's it. Now, last night, if you look at my review, you will see that last night I was like, Monique, all you should have done was walked in the door and said, I was embarrassed by my actions. It was unacceptable what I did, and I'm sorry. And just shut up.
Really?
I agree. Actually, it wasn't even no reason to have a sit down. It wasn't no reason to have a powwow because Wendy, Gizelle, and Robin already had their minds made up. So either they should already
Wendy, Gizelle, and Robin were the people in the room outside of Karen, who you know is going to be a Monique apologist.
But I don't think they all had. I think Gizelle. I don't think it was anything Monique could have said that Gizelle would have. But I think Robin and Wendy. I think if Monique had come in and just gave a humble apology, I think they could have worked on moving forward. I'm not saying
because she's supposed to be apologizing. Okay, y'all know I don't watch this show. Wait a minute, Terrence. Hold on. Y'all know I don't watch this show. So what I've gathered from what I've heard from my people, there was an altercation between old girl and somebody, Monique and Candace. I'm assuming that's their names. And so Candace was like, well, drag me then, bitch. If you got all this stuff to say, then drag me. And then that bitch said, okay. And then she drunk her. And so I'm not understanding why Monique is now apologizing.
Because Monique assaulted her.
Because I meant to assault you. You asked me to. I don't understand what the issue is.
I mean,
hold on, one at a time.
If it had been me, I would have very much come into the meeting on a very Samuel L. Jackson. Yes, I killed them and I hope they burn in hell. What you mean?
Hold on.
My phone. I got that.
I'm sit here, eat my chicken sandwich.
Hold on.
Right. Control. Can I ask you something?
Go ahead, Ty.
My whole thing is, by what standard are we judging these people? Are we judging by hood standard? Because by hood standard, yes, if you calling for it, you're gonna get it. But if
Monique is from the hood,
if we judge it from just a general fucking human, like once you put your hands on a person, you lose. Yes, I understand you call for it and you ask for it and all that type shit, but that's like more hood type shit.
The other thing,
Monique is from the hood. Monique from the hood.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on, Terrence. Hold on, Terrence. Hold on. Ty, that is an excellent point that you bring up. And if this whore wanted to have hood standards, you should have married you a hood rat, stayed your ass in the hood, still be living in the hood, be on hood salaries, and you can have all of the hoodities that you want. You can have all your hood rules over there that you want. But just like you wanted to elevate your life, just like you want to do better in your bank account, just like you want all of the eyes of America on you, you have to change and do better. Really be.
Really be go first.
So I don't know what standard you talking about. I guess, and I say this all the time, I look at it from the standard of an educator. When I have to make a determination about who is at fault when there's an altercation, the standard is always who put their hands on who first. The words don't matter. Who put their hands on who first? So what I mean, in the way I look at it is this. I'm not saying that Candace is absolved from all responsibility. But what I'm saying is Monique crossed that threshold first and put her hands on Candace first. And for that, an apology is owed. That doesn't mean that Candace didn't contribute in any way, shape, or form to the situation, elevating to that point. So I don't know if you want to call it hood or I don't know what you want to call it, but even in the hood, if the police get called, the question is going to be asked, who hit who first? And the person who hit who first is getting arrested. So I just feel like we keep making, again, and that's why I keep saying, and that's why I kept saying to El Teddy, I'm not a Monique stan. I'm not team Monique. In this situation, I understand how Monique got to where she got to, but that doesn't mean she was right.
Exactly.
That's all.
And that's the thing that people get under my comments with. They make it seem as if I'm so team Monique and I've never got Monique together.
But to be honest, you came on here. You came on here and said,
no. I came up here. No. I came up here
when you came on here. You said, I understand that she don't have remorse. I understand why she don't have remorse.
She's beneath me. She's below human life. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, you making so many deductions, and this is your very first season watching this season. Like, you don't know what led to this, which is why you have to watch.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because you got thought that turned into feelings, and now you just don't see it for Monique. So anything that Monique does, she's gonna be nailed to the cross, point blank, period. And can't nobody change your mind otherwise.
That's not true. Monique is very well. Monique could have made a lot of ways edgewise for herself.
So could Candace. That's the thing.
Candace wasn't invited. Candace couldn't do that.
Could have de-escalated the situation by walking away like she.
Hold it on. Now. Candace couldn't do anything because Candace was not invited. Candace was not invited. She couldn't do anything.
She had to walk away. Yeah.
Now, but my only point that I was saying that you said earlier, Terrence, was you were saying that Monique was right for not having remorse.
And no, I think she was right. I said that that's her prerogative. If she don't have remorse, y'all don't need to browbeat her into having remorse. That's not cool.
Then she doesn't feel like she was wrong.
I got remorse for what they did, but it's only because everybody bullied her into it. So then that means because you don't feel that way,
there's no reason for a meeting. There's no reason for a meeting. There's no reason for a meeting.
I feel the same way. I didn't understand the point of the meeting. Because otherwise, Robert and Wendy already had their mind made up.
Like I said, what should have happened was once we see and it's clear that you do not want to come off of this, thank you. Here are your pink slips. Thank you for coming.
I disagree.
You will no longer be a part of this platform.
I disagree.
Because at this point, they have to pick and choose who they're going to go out with.
I disagree. They do that in every reality show.
Hold on. That would be like if the five of us were on a show, all on this screen. If me and Ty have a knockdown, drag out fight, we go to blows, and Ty beat me down. And Ty come back and said, I don't know what's going to happen when I get in a room with him from here on out. I might beat his ass down again. Guess what? Y'all are not going to be inclined to invite all five of us to events anymore. Then it's going to be like, okay. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, and see, Abby, that's why if I looked at you and I knew you knew that happened, and you invited me to this event, knowing that Ty's going to be there and knowing that I'm going to be looking at you crazy.
But I'm going to tell you beforehand. Listen, I'm inviting everybody.
That's what I did this for. Monique said, don't invite me to nothing right now. I don't want to make you feel like you got to pick and choose.
If we got to be picking and
choosing right now,
who's going to be on in what scenes, or picking and choosing when I'm going to invite this person, when I'm not going to invite that person, because it's real easy for her to say that. But if you're somebody who genuinely I'ma just say Karen, even though I don't believe she genuinely like both of them equally. But if Karen really
does.
like both
She
of them
does
equally, now she has to try to pick and choose, and that's not fair. So you need to excommunicate yourself from the show. So anytime we take it from the show, I know I ain't got to worry about
like I said,
being there.
Either be at the event or you don't. Listen, y'all grown. Now,
hey, grown people have grown consequences. You are
exactly
very no more.
Absolutely, you have grown consequences. So if I invite you both and I tell you both that each of you is going to be at said event, whatever go down is just whatever go down.
It's just what it's going to be.
You had a choice to. You had several choices. You could not come. You could come and act like you got some sense. You could come and ignore that other person. Listen,
not when this other person just said.
Let me be very clear.
They'll know what's going to happen.
Let me bring it to real words. I was at my friend's funeral. I was literally at my friend's funeral, and that bitch that I rolled up on at church showed up to the funeral. When I said there was a group chat about you take the left exit, I'm gonna take the right exit, and we gonna hem this bitch up in the corner. She got by me though, so I couldn't get to her. But this girl is very litigious, and she likes to call the cops on people. So I was already ready to. I was already in my head. I had planned what my mugshot was gonna look like. I had planned who I was gonna bail me out. After I booked this at this funeral.
Right.
I had a plan because I know every act of my. I was prepared to accept the consequences.
For me, that's what I'm saying. Me, I'm not going to no more of your events. I'm not, because you might because if you might you're not going. Nope.
I wouldn't feel. And listen, I'm not saying you're wrong for your feelings. You have the right to feel in the way you want to feel.
I cut people off a lot for stuff like that. Wait, you got so and so there, and you know I don't play with them like that. All right. Matter of fact,
that's why you always ask who all gonna be there before you show up.
And Monique made it very clear. If it comes to a certain situation where you feel like you got to pick and choose Candace. You don't have to choose me. I'm fine. I'm with Monique for that. I'm not at a place where I'm ready to
Monique can make that assumption. But what happens is, if you genuinely are the Karens of the world, and that becomes a hard decision for you because you do equally like both of them, then that's not fair. 86 your ass off the show.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree. I'm sorry, El Teddy. I don't agree with that. This is Monique's first time putting her hands on any damn body.
I don't matter if it's
getting me. I'm like, yo,
if it's one time,
that's not true.
I don't know. That's not true. Other than Robin, when she held her neck high.
Your whole argument is
other than that.
You don't have an argument.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not, El Teddy. No, it's not. Because at the end of the day, like I said,
the first time or 40th, it ain't gonna be no 40th.
I think the saturation of these hip hops and inks and all these reality hood shows that a lot of us love, where it's just commonplace for them to be fighting. It was like, oh, this was only the first fight. Like, what about that other show where it was 10? It's like, if you're trying to hold yourself to a certain standard, one and you're done.
The thing about it is, hold on, Terrence. Hold on. Because just so we can give everybody a chance. And I'm going to actually to this as well. Okay. One of the things that I've said, and this is a conversation that I'm going to get to you in just a moment, really be. This is a conversation that I've had with some colleagues of mine. I noticed I've noticed a gradual change since my first year teacher, and really you can speak to this much more than I have because she's been teaching 85 years longer than me. But anyway, with the advent or the more you see a lot of these shows, and let's be clear, children are not mature enough to know that they shouldn't base life rules off of things that they see on television, but they do. And with the advent of shows like this shows them that, I could just fight. Ain't nothing gonna happen.
Okay, you put too much on that.
Yeah, because that's the same thing I said about hip hop and stuff. And you told me I could have compared the two.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask you a question? Okay. She eating popcorn. It's me. What makes Potomac any better than any of these other shows? That's my question.
That's the standard they set out themselves first.
Because they flip tables on New Jersey.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what, Abby.
They throw wine glasses on the door.
Hold on, you asked the question.
So okay, but what's the answer? What's the
well, I'll let Really B answer. I'll go ahead, Really B. Go ahead. Y'all ain't gonna let me answer his.
No, because this is your first time. This is your first season watching. They had a whole 4 other seasons, so you don't know what happened.
I was mad. So first of all, Sugar Honey Iced Tea, Monique started it. The glass, the wine came later. That Monique's version of the story is not accurate.
It's not.
Joshua, I disagree. That is part of my problem, and I think that's what El Teddy is doing as well, and that's part of my problem. We are not going to make the Real Housewives of Potomac the beacon for Black women.
I did not say black.
Let me finish. It is a fucking reality show. And so when you say they're a black show on a white network and they need to take that back over to Love and Hip Hop, so it's okay for Black people to fight and let's be clear, VH1 is not a black network, so it's still your point isn't valid because VH1 is still a white network, so it's not the same thing. Neither here nor there. Oh, this is work. Hold on, y'all, this works. Go ahead.
Right. Let me say this. To answer your question, Abby, whether or not I watched the show from season 1,
I didn't say anything about that.
I just watched the show. And this is for people who are going to make that argument. Just last night, at the moment where the members of said show are meeting with somebody and saying the things that you did are
Monique called that meeting.
Let me finish. When the people on the show are meeting with you, even the people who are aligned with you, even the people aligned with you are meeting with you to tell you, hey, boo, this is not what we want for the show. This is not what we see for the show. What that says to you is this isn't those other shows. Whether or not you thought it was,
so let me have, because they have meetings on shows after fights all the time. So again, what makes this different from any other show?
Doesn't, Abby.
Anytime there's an altercation of that magnitude, there's a meeting afterwards about, hell, even on Chasing Dallas, when they had the fight, the next day they had a fucking meeting about the fight. So just because they had a meeting about what took place doesn't make it any different from any of these other shows. Right. So I don't understand why this particular show you're now trying to change what the standard is for these types of shows. Because it's not even like, oh, well, this is the only show of this franchise. Oh no.
Hold on.
I know you fucking lying.
Because the show that we're talking about.
We don't agree.
Bring us back.
It took him that long to put us back.
Okay, because y'all all talking. Y'all because
y'all ain't their shit. Y'all eating their chips.
Now, let me make the point that I was making. It don't even matter what point. They just waiting for the opportunity to make their point. Well, go ahead. Let go and let God have at it. Go ahead.
First of all, okay, before we even get into all of that, what I am saying is that even this particular show, this whole show with the different franchises in the different cities, it's not like this is a universal thing off of all of the shows, because on every different franchise, these women are throwing wine bottles, they cussing each other out, they getting into altercations, they flipping motherfucking tables. My question, so it can't just be it's this franchise that they're just changing the standard because they still have the same standard as Love and Hip Hop with all the arguing and the cutting food and the cussing and the sleeping with each other and all that other good stuff. They're doing all of the same things. Why now is this particular issue a problem? That's where I am.
So
That's where
now
I
you're
don't watch this. I don't watch
So
the
now we're
Housewives.
just looking for
No, we're
justification.
not
for fighting.
justifying fighting, El Teddy, but what we're saying is
for justification.
no, I'm not, El Teddy. Listen, this show is not
you
no
are
classification
looking for
show.
justifications for fighting.
No, Robin and Gizelle ran up on Ashley at her restaurant
Which is
trying to
another
argue and
justification
fight with
for
her.
fighting. That's
No,
another
it's not.
justification for
No, it's
fighting.
not. All I'm saying is
So
all
why
of
bring
the
that up?
grandstanding that is going on between Gizelle and Robin is fucked up and it's not right.
So,
They're hypocrites.
At the
Because
end of
the same thing that they're trying to nail Monique to the cross for, they did. The only difference is they didn't beat nobody up. That's the only difference. But other than that, they were just as ghetto and hood rat and apologetic as they say Monique is. That's my point.
Terrence, like I said, at this point, when you start to bring into all of these arguments about she did this, then this happened on this show, this happened there, you sound like when you bring the children to the principal's house, and I mean to the principal's office, and they're saying, well, so and so forth across the street, well, so and so forth over there, you're looking for justification.
No, I'm not looking for justification. All I'm saying is
you sit back and look and say this now. Let me say this. What I'm saying is this, Terrence. You gotta listen. What I'm saying is this. What if you're not looking for justification for fighting, then there's no need to bring up any other altercations. There's no need to bring up.
Yes, it is, because you keep saying this ain't the show for that. We don't do this. They've done that already. This is just the first time this has been a physical altercation, but it's already been done. They're just as ghetto as they're trying to say Monique is. That's my whole point. And everybody wants to blame all of this on Monique. And this is not all on Monique. Candace had just as much accountability to stop what happened, just the same as Monique did. But that's not me saying that Monique was right. Monique wasn't right. She wasn't right. But that don't make Candace innocent either. And that's all I got to say. I don't care what y'all got to say. That's it for me.
So let me sum up all the commentary. So let me sum up the commentary. The commentary by these people is this. If you come on a reality show, you should expect there to be physical violence.
Probably if you run your mouth. Yeah, if you run your mouth, probably. If you run your mouth, probably.
Hold on. You just be quiet. And you be quiet too. Because y'all out in the middle of commentary and y'all about to cut me off. God,
I waited my turn to speak.
No, not you, really, me. I'm talking about Terrence and Abby. They're ready. Let me finish. Now, if we're going to gather ourselves, as I was saying, now, if I am surmising what is being said, when you bring yourself on these said shows, no matter what you think, you should be expected to have perhaps glasses of liquids thrown at you and on you, and there may be physical altercations. I'm just making sure that I understand. Now, I don't know if that's a part of the contracts that they signed, because if that were what was to be expected, if the level of what transpired was something that could have been easily, we'll keep going on, I don't know that all of the women would have the same reaction in terms of this is not what we want. Generally, when we watch the same show that y'all are going to tell me they have these meetings, there's not that unison outcry. This is not what we want on the show. This is not what we expected. Go ahead, Ty.
And most of the time when there is, somebody has to leave the show. It's usually when somebody go too far, they have to leave the show. And so you have to suffer the ramifications of what you done did. And this happened to be her first time, and somebody got to be.
I mean, what it makes it seems like is we just automatically want to reward bad behavior, and you make it common. Because now, because if I'm me and I'm on the show, and you allow this whore to stay on the show, it's open season.
Right.
It's open season.
Right.
If there are no ramifications behind this, if nothing happens, it is open season. And you're right. It will become exactly what you see on everything. Because every new person that come on the show, guess what they're going to do? Girl, I could drag a bitch, and it's going to make good ratings, and they're going to keep me on the show.
Right.
Like I said, if El Teddy saw Monique, it would be none of this.
Abby.
I would just like to say that if there were no cameras anywhere to be found, and this bitch said, "Well, then drag me, bitch." No, because this is in regards to reality. Mm-hmm. If we being for real, if this bitch had her fans in my face talk about drag me, bitch, then if you feeling froggy, then drag me. If you don't think I'm finna drag this hoe all the way down Pennsylvania Avenue and back, you is sadly mistaken. So I don't understand why we is acting confused, like we don't know that this shit wouldn't have really went down in real life.
No,
I can't be the only one.
You could go ahead and drag her, but
I totally agree.
Before, just like
in real life, you might be going
but again, in real life, I am really expecting real life consequences. So if I reach out to listen, if I reach out, no, I'm not gonna lose my job. That I'm not gonna do. But in real life consequences, what's going to happen is if I have to reach out and put my hands on you and touch you before I even made a move to do so, I have already calculated in my mind what's going to happen.
So
the reason you might lose your job is there are a lot of jobs. If you go your ass to jail, they gonna say thank you for your services. Here's your pink slip.
I'm so glad. But what if it was at your job and somebody was all talking about, you're gonna drag me, or say
we get that, but the point is this is reality TV. Everybody's acting like this is the very first fight that ever happened on TV. And everybody, Teddy, my point is, I swear to God, if El Teddy liked Monique, he wouldn't be having all of this smoke. He wouldn't.
Started the season by saying that I like Monique.
If El Teddy like Monique, El Teddy will be making so many excuses. Candace shouldn't have said that. Well, Candace wanted it, so it is what it is. I never said that.
It has nothing to do with me liking her or not. It has to do with right or wrong. All right.
It do. Because if you've seen it for Monique, you want to be trying to campaign to get her fired off the show.
All right. So, that's what you were saying.
I can't say it.
It's surmised that.
Because it's hard for me.
This is so much fun, y'all. We're really having a good time. I don't want anybody in the chat to think that anybody on screen has a problem with each other because we love each other dearly.
No, I love everybody up here. We just talk.
Why y'all drinking open bottles in the middle of the day?
Look, not done.
You didn't see me.
Not done.
I put that in the chat at the beginning of the live. I said, "What is going on with you? Are we like a bad man?"
No, I did my Potomac review when I went in to have, and I just needed a drink afterwards because I know all the ladies of the world.
See, you in Queens, right?
West Hempstead.
But you hear this shit about them reclosing, pretty much reclosing New York?
They need to because y'all are out of control.
Yeah, they need to. It's been a huge spike in New York lately. So I agree. That's why I'm not at work like I'm supposed to be.
If New York was able to quell, a lot of the, people contracting the virus, and now you have other states that have surpassed them. What that means is perhaps what they were doing was working, and other states should have probably said, let me do what they did. But they didn't do that. You got other states. My state has surpassed them, Florida. Georgia has passed them. Texas has passed them. California has passed them. All of those states have passed New York in terms of who does and does not have the virus. So my point is, these people seem to think it's back to open season and it's just back to life as normal, and you're gonna be like Cheeto Man and all of the people around him.
But my question along with that is, did they open up sports too soon? Because how much can we have an effect? I mean, how effective?
They should have learned from Adam Silver and the NBA. If you ain't got no
bubble,
if you ain't got no bubble, baby, we don't need to do it.
Because
I agree.
It's going to be to a point where whole teams are not going to be able to play.
Oh, we already have that.
The season is over for the Tennessee Titans, I think.
Yeah, Cam Newton got it, and they already played. So now they got all of them.
Thing. I thought they just said that they were going to. They're postponing the game that they were supposed to have this week, and I think they might be postponing next week's game. I thought I saw that, but I'm not sure yet. But Cam Newton got the quarantine. He can come quarantine with me.
Everything.
Cam Newton can come quarantine
with you, so you can catch it.
He looked funny.
I have all of the necessary PPEs and take it off just for once or twice when I need to do things with my mouth.
I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say.
I would like to thank my panelists for coming on. Would y'all like to say anything? Because I do got to get up and start getting ready for work. It's so great to have y'all here. I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to have a laugh or sing a song. Can I get some shout outs in the chat? Really, you have anything for the people?
Before you
I'm going live about 6:30.
Loretta.
6:30.
Yeah.
Because you wasn't here earlier for the Lovecraft conversation. Are you a yay or a nay for this episode?
I didn't see this one, so.
What the Emmett Till too much for you? Because I was in my feelings at the beginning.
I don't think
she did see it
yet.
She saw it because I kept talking. She felt forced to see it because I kept talking about it in our chat.
This is not one of my favorite episodes. Really, did she go silent?
No, I mean, y'all kept talking, so I was just waiting.
She's waiting for us to shut the hell up. Is what she's trying to say.
My class was
no, I didn't say that. I didn't say it like. I just said I was waiting. That's all.
That's what teachers do. I'm a teacher too. I know that's what we do, honey. I wait for y'all to shut up so I can talk.
Really, you don't cuss your kids out like my teachers used to do me? Because baby, our teachers cuss us them out.
I've never used profanity to speak to my students ever.
Oh God, I wish I could say the same.
One of my teachers, baby, they cussed us slam out. Did you hear me?
Because just like El Teddy just spent a whole hour arguing about the image that you set and what you're standing
I did not talk. Image was not something that I talked about.
Now it's not for me to talk. It's not time for me.
You're right, because I'm not gonna let you down.
You were talking about Monique and you talking about the standard.
I was not talking about image. Matter of fact, at the beginning of this live, I said I'm not going down that road about image and all of this stuff. See, you were not watching.
But you went down. I had to be at work. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is don't try to come over here and say what I said. I'm not making you feel bad.
But you've been arguing about that, about the image and what this show is and isn't.
I did not say nothing about what this show means.
Let me put my shondos down in the chat.
Putting words in my mouth that wasn't there.
That is
in my mouth.
You didn't use those words, but that was the meaning in your words.
It really wasn't.
It was. Moving on. Like I was saying, once again, I can say that I enjoyed the historical side of the show. I just am not. I don't know what do you call this? Fantasy, sci-fi? What genre is this? What is this?
Horror.
I don't know, but I feel you.
This episode was absolutely. It was horror.
Overall, I'm talking about the overall show.
Oh, it's horror fantasy. It's horror fantasy.
That's what is the genre. Okay, but that's not my genre. Horror fantasy. That's not my thing.
I can't get into it. I do watch y'all reviews. I do give y'all like y'all click y'all view, but I can't get into it. Of course, I love you.
Teddy. Because
Ty.
So what was it? Okay, so let me ask this one question, Teddy. Let me ask you. I have a question for you. Do you think the monster at the end was the Asian chick? Because I think she morphed into the monster at the end.
I'm going to discuss Lovecraft Country on my review. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ty. I'm sorry.
What you was going to ask?
She already asked.
I asked you.
She was asking you. I didn't see this episode. But I was going to ask earlier when I asked about political shit. I had a couple of people who said that, Cheeto is faking his corona diagnosis. And I asked the question, what can he gain from faking it?
Well, I'm gonna speak on that at my live at 6:30, so you can come on over there.
Votes, in my opinion. I'm just gonna be honest.
You said what?
I asked my best friend that same question, and she says she thinks it's all a ploy for him to get sympathy for votes for the upcoming election. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I asked her. Because I said the image he had us painted with was if you're looking in from other countries and shit, is Trump couldn't protect Americans and he couldn't even protect the White House. So in that vein, he loses. But what I was afraid of and what I just saw a picture of was him going into the hospital for a day or two and then coming out talk about see, it wasn't nothing, and then everybody just joined that bandwagon and it further feeds the conspiracy that it's all a hoax and it don't kill you, it's not that bad, we should have never closed. So I was just thought about that. Right, I agree.
Okay. I'm sure really people go in on that. I have a lot of commentary on that, but I'll probably talk about it. But yeah, I put nothing past. And what's sick and sad is I put nothing past the White House position. That is the sick, sad part of it. Because I feel like they've thrown the whole Hippocratic oath out of the window. I put nothing past that White House position.
And just waiting patiently. Fired.
Okay.
That's what we doing?
That's what we doing?
That's what we doing?
That's what we're doing? We just yelling on live?
We just gonna yell at people.
We just gonna yell
at our children.
All on live. And
I was a mother when all this shit started. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
Children.
We knew you had a mute button too.
I was panicked for a second. I was like, who is this at my door?
God. Anyway, but over the last 4 years, 3.5 years, however long, the White House physician has shown us that we can't expect him to give us any amount of truth about what's going on with that man. Any amounts. I mean, we knew it from his own personal physician coming in when that man had that bit of lies that he had when he claimed he did a whole physical for him right before before election 4 years ago. But that's a whole nother story.
No, what was so funny to me was back when Scaramucci was press secretary or whatever the fuck he was, And
Yeah, he wasn't a press secretary. He was only something for like
communications something around there.
I think Scaramucci was there for like a month or two.
No, yeah, he wasn't there long, but he gave a press conference, and he said he saw Trump throw a football, a spiral through I guess a tire. Oh my God, that shit was so funny. I don't know if that man ever touched a football. Probably had
maybe he said he saw him take Levitra or Cialis, because that's what they had on the Cialis and Levitra commercials. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what he meant. Abby.
Yes.
It's your turn for final remarks.
I would just like to say, smack that trick when she get out of place. It just is what it is. As a founding member of the Nuck a Few Bucks Society, shit pops off when people try you. They should check your return policy before they throw shots. That's all I'm gonna say. They should just check your return policy. If you not about that life, don't come up in my face, talk about drag me, hell drag me. Because when I'm dragging you, then you're gonna be crying, talk about you don't feel safe now, and all that extra shit. And bitch, what you mean? I mean, you cannot like me, but just watch your motherfucking mouth.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Debbie Reviews.
It is live and in living color. Get you a piece.
They be trying to get y'all
Terrence.
Shut your ass up.
Terrence.
to get y'all
One, I agree with Abby. Two, my Real Housewives of Potomac will be uploaded as soon as I get off here. And y'all gonna get another side to all of this. And yeah, that's just what that's at. That's all.
I'm with the shit. I probably went, and I'm sorry for cutting off, really, but I'm with the shits, but that don't make it right. And sometimes you're gonna have to pay. I'm with the shits. The hood raised me, so I'm with the shits, but that's not.
Hold on. Well, I gotta go. You can log off anyway. I got something to go. Bye, y'all.
Bye, boo.
Well, I'm so glad that everybody was able to be here. I love when we all can get on and stuff like that, because we have so few opportunities to get together and discuss one show. You know what? I think that maybe one day we can all do a community review where all of us reviewers review one episode of one show all at the same time.
Not of these real hoes with no job shows.
I'm not saying it has to be.
It's
or maybe we do. Hey, it's me, D. Hey, boo. Hey, Nays Dollhouse. Hey, Sugar Honey Icy. I ain't say hi. But maybe we can all
let's do a collab video.
I don't know. We'll talk about it. Anyway,
let's do a collab video. Like, remember when the black guys?
Thank you all for all that you do in the chat. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for the Cash App that I received, the super chat that I received. Thank you all for everything. You all must know that it is much obliged and much appreciated. Lovecraft Country hopefully will be out tomorrow. That's my goal. But my Real Housewives of Potomac is up, and like I said, we'll be talking about Lovecraft Country after the review airs on a live. Maybe not Wednesday, maybe Thursday, around this time Thursday. So until then, that's all I got for y'all. I'm gonna press the damn button. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely.